Hello. Today we thought we'd take a second to show you a couple different direct blowback pistol caliber carbines, and specifically the three that are on the table. We've got a CZ Scorpion Evo, a Power Stribog, and a B&T GHM9. So these three are all in a similar category. There's many pistol caliber carbines. Of course, there's the any type of AR, right? MPX, the MP5, even the B&T has the older brother, the APC, and they're all pistol caliber carbines. But specifically, these three, we get a fair amount of questions on, and it's not that an AR9 is that different. We just figured that these three are similar in price. They're all fed from dedicated magazines, so they're all dual feed. They're not taking Glock magazines. They're all direct blowback. There's small differences between them, but they are very, very similar. So we just kind of were out here shooting and figured we have all three. Might as well try to give some information on them, if nothing else. So let's kind of start with the Evo. This has been out the longest. All three of these are configured factory SBR. So maybe some pros of the Evo or things that set it apart from the other two that we're talking about would be that it's all polymer construction. So the upper, the lower, the whole firearm is polymer construction. The Evo has dedicated magazines, so it's not Glock mag compatible. It's a double feed magazine system. Their magazines are about $20 a piece. It is kind of, I guess you could say, MP5 or maybe like AK style on the mag release. So I don't know if that's an important feature to you. This is kind of something that the Evo has that maybe the other two don't have, would be that style of magazine release. The charging handle does not reciprocate. So similar to your MP5, it operates with the bolt, but when the bolt is locked open on an empty magazine, the charging handle can also move. So the charging handle stays forward under normal operation. You bring it back to right. You can clear a malfunction or charge the gun with it back and slap it. Maybe another thing about the Evo that makes it unique from the other two on the table are the factory iron sights. So these sights have 4 apertures on the rear sight. They are fully machined steel. They're heat treated. They're, I guess, what we would call black nitride, melanite, QPQ. They're high quality sights. The front sight is adjustable for elevation, similar to an AR front sight. They are Picatinny mount, so that you can take them off and put them on other firearms if you wanted to. They're really high quality sights. Another kind of unique thing about the Evo, if you do SBR it, is that it has an adjustable stock. This is, again, something the other two don't have in factory SBR configuration. So we're trying not to talk too much about braces and aftermarket parts and what you can do, but again, as configured in a factory SBR configuration, these are some things that make the Evo kind of unique. The overall, well, I guess we'll talk about the weights in a minute on the 3 different guns, but so factory thumb selectors, heavy trigger from the factory. I'm sure you've probably read on the internet the factory trigger is around 10 pounds. It is heavy, but there is a lot of aftermarket support for the Evo, probably more so than the other options on the table, if that's something that's important to you. So that's maybe a few things on the Evo. Kind of moving on to our Power Stribog. These, again, fed from double stack magazines. They're dedicated, not a Glock mag, not a Colt mag. It's, again, all 3 of these are kind of dedicated magazines. The Stribog, kind of some unique things about it are, it is a billet aluminum or extruded upper receiver. So the upper is aluminum, the lower is polymer. It has 2 takedown pins to field strip it, take it apart. The factory folding stock is lightweight. It locks to the side and overall kind of really compact. There have been multiple versions imported at the time of this video. This particular version is imported by Global Ordnance. It does not have a reciprocating charging handle, so the charging handle operates independent of our bolt. So as the bolt cycles with each round, the charging handle stays put, which is nice, right, if you're going to grip it up there. And I guess while we're talking about it, we can go ahead and shoot it. Fire controls are pretty straightforward. The trigger is about 5 to 6 pounds. It's crisp, it's light. Well, it's relatively, right for pistol caliber carbine, it's pretty light. Safe is up, fire is down, but the safeties are pretty low profile. Let's go ahead and shoot it. So, ambidextrous magazine release. Grand Power Stribog. Maybe the last one on the table is the GHM9. This is the B&T offering. It's a little bit more affordable than the APC. It's kind of bigger brother, so to speak. Couldn't find the factory charging handle, so this is one that we make. But other than that, completely factory. Factory, folding stock again, locks to the side. Very compact. The upper receiver, I'm gonna open it. The upper receiver is extruded aluminum on this one, polymer lower. Has the best trigger probably of all of them. I would, in my opinion, has the best trigger of all of them. The recoil is really light. It has a hydraulic buffer in the bolt that does seem to kind of lower the recoil impulse on your shoulder. So as you're shooting it, I personally find this one to be softest shooting of the three. Somewhat dedicated magazines. This is a unique situation because B&T makes several pistol caliber carbines and kind of submachine guns that run from the same magazine. So if you did kind of branch out and decide you wanted to use a TP9 or run an APC, they do run the same magazine. So you do have a little more flexibility on magazines in that regard. Flip up sights. So these are kind of what are coming with the GHM9s. No integrated sights. And it is, so the muzzles are 3-lug and threaded half 28. That's, I think, kind of a big advantage if you're ever going to run suppressed. I don't know. So kind of fire control similar to that of an AR. I don't know. Kind of maybe talk about all three real quick. Just kind of compare them. So again, we talked about the sights. Maybe if you're a big iron sight shooter, the Evo might be a good option in that regard. If you know you're going to put a red dot on it, which is, again, really common, you probably don't care. The Stribog has integrated flip-ups into the top rail. So these are kind of a nice set of backup sights, and that's what comes on the gun. Again, muzzles are all threaded half 28. So half 28 threads on the Stribog, half 28 on the GHM9, half 28 on the Evo. Maybe the last thing to mention, comparing all three, size-wise, we could kind of stack them up here. They're all very, very similar. So open, similar, folded. Similar. So not a huge difference on size. Same with thickness. Kind of got the scale out to show you maybe some weights, if that's a concern. We'll kind of go from lightest to heaviest. So Stribog is should be about 5 pounds, 5 pounds 1 ounce. Let's fold the stock over. I'm sorry, GHM9 should be about 5 pounds 1 ounce on our scale. Our Stribog is going to be about 5 pounds 7 ounces, I believe, empty. 5 pounds 7 ounces on the Stribog, and then the Evo is the heaviest of all, so it's going to be 5 pounds 10 ounces. But to kind of put that in perspective, a 9mm magazine weighs about a pound. So just the difference of 10 ounces between top to bottom is not even a one magazine. So I guess let's go ahead and put some rounds through them. We'll do the Evo real quick, just to kind of show operation. So again, kind of that HK style charging handle. Safety selectors are thumb operated. maybe do a couple more through the Stribog. Stribog. Our GHM9. GHM9 does have kind of fatter safety selectors, so if safety selector size is a concern, maybe a plus point to the GHM. Put some sights on it. I think overall, I guess that's a kind of a side-by-side quick comparison of the three. If you want, feel free to reach out to us. Email, phone call. Again, hbindustries.net is our web store. We have access, we're fortunate enough to have access to several firearms, so if there's input we might be able to give you or help you on, not necessarily even our parts, just general questions about them, let us know. We're happy to help and here to help you out. So thank you.